Hey guys, so it's the start of a new week. What I have decided on this week is a sugar fast. That's a 5-day self-care challenge. For all intents and purposes, as far as my anxiety goes, I'm kind of allergic to sugar. When I eat a lot of it, it triggers really bad anxiety when I come down off of the sugar high, especially if I eat sugar over the course of multiple days, which of course, since it was just Halloween and my birthday and all this stuff, I have eaten a lot of candy lately. And so what I kind of need to do is do a reset. I haven't successfully done a sugar fast for more than a day in about 4 years, I think. So, and this week I have to bake a giant cake. This is going to be interesting. I need to lay down some ground rules for the sugar fast. It's pretty simple. Nothing with added refined sugar, as in traditional sugar cane, sugar beet based sugar. The one exception to that I'm making to that is that I do drink a breakfast drink most mornings. It's a protein breakfast drink, and I am pretty sure that has added sugar in it, but I really suck at breakfast, so if I take away my one thing that I reliably will eat for breakfast, I probably won't eat anything, and I don't want to do that. So far today, I've had a breakfast drink and a banana, and that's not enough food given that it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but first day's always rough. I really want to get into the leftover cake from the Halloween party. I really want to get into my candy stash, but it's completely manageable at this point. It's usually day 2 or 3, if I remember correctly, that I start really craving sugar and really struggling not to slip and eat. And that's probably going to be the same day that I start making my nephew's cake. So, that'll be exciting. Okay, it is day 2 of my sugar fast, and today has been a little bit of a roller coaster. Let me take my glasses off. All 3 girls had optometry appointments, which went okay, and then ended up throwing up all over her desk multiple times at school, so I had to go and get her. And usually my stress days like this are the days when I just want to eat candy. And my kids have been passing candy around with each other all evening, and I've been cleaning up leftover cake and all kinds of things. However, I did manage to go the whole day, did not eat any sugar except for accidentally licking some syrup off my finger. Tomorrow is when I am going to start baking cakes and making fondant. I am a sucker for marshmallows, and a lot of them go into fondant, so I'm also a sucker for batter of any kind. We will see how tomorrow goes. Okay, it's sugar fast day 3. I'm actually in the middle of making my last batch of fondant, so my hands are covered with marshmallow and I really want to lick them. But I haven't. I have not licked my fingers or licked any spoons or any bowls or eaten any stray marshmallows. I've been very, very good today. I'm really proud of myself. I'm also really sad that I can't get into my candy stash and have a Reese's as a reward at the end of the day for being so good. But my anxiety is much, much better, so that's definitely a plus, especially since there ended up being a mix-up with getting my medication filled, and I have been almost 48 hours without my medication, so I guess 3/5 done. I can't say halfway done, but 3/5 done. And then if I can make it through this whole week, my reward will be a piece of this cake I'm working on Saturday. So hopefully it tastes good, even though I haven't tasted anything yet. So day 4 of the sugar fast. Today was actually a little bit easier in some ways, just because I got a little bit of the kids' stomach bug, so I didn't really feel like eating anything. Mostly I ate bread all day. I was super tempted by some ginger ale, but I resisted the urge. You should be so proud of me. I didn't even give in and get a Coke Zero, which I know is technically sugar-free, but it just kind of seemed like it wasn't really in the spirit of things. So one more day of no more sugar, and I will be home free by my nephew's birthday party this weekend. Sweet!
Hey guys, it's actually several days after my sugar fast has ended. Yeah, almost a week actually. That's how far behind I am right now. And I didn't record anything on the 5th day, which sorry about that. Things got a little bit crazy and I lost track of time. But I did manage to get through my last day on my sugar fast. It was a challenge because I was actually constructing a cake that day, and so that meant making buttercream and all of that stuff without taste testing anything. Fortunately, I was able to work over at my sister's house. She taste tested everything for me. It turned out great. And then, of course, the next day I was done with my sugar fast and I could have cake. So what did I get out of this? A few things. One, I didn't realize how much I've been running on sugar lately, because when I stopped eating sugar, I started falling asleep at night really, really easily. And I don't drink caffeine. I don't do coffee or anything like, I mean, okay, I do drink caffeinated sodas on occasion, but I don't drink coffee and I don't drink tea regularly. Well, I only drink herbal teas. I don't drink caffeinated teas. So apparently, in order to make up for my lack, at least for the last couple of months, I have been eating sugar instead. And so cutting back on the sugar dramatically all at once, all of a sudden I could fall asleep at a reasonable time at night. Of course, it also meant I had a harder time getting up in the morning for the first couple days, but after that, it seemed to really help. The other thing I noticed is that my anxiety was much less last week while I was on the sugar fast. I don't know if that's just because I wasn't eating a lot of sugar, or if it's also because Halloween was over and I didn't have costumes and stuff to work on and didn't have that pressure. So it's kind of hard to say. But I mean, it's always good to try something different. Did I keep up the sugar fast? Will I do it again? Well, obviously on Saturday I did. What I have noticed as far as my feelings about the candy goes is that while I do crave it, I can differentiate now between I want to eat it because I like the way it tastes and I want a little treat, and I am now going to shove a handful of sugar in my mouth because I'm tired and I feel like I should eat something. I've been trying to eat fruit instead. It doesn't always go super great, but at least it's an awareness and it's a start. So would I do it again? Yeah, I would. I would, and I probably should. I probably should do it again, like the first week of December before we start doing things like gingerbread houses and making treats for Christmas and all that stuff. Because I do know that the sugar doesn't taste as good as it did before, and I think that's a positive thing. So maybe next time I find myself getting really anxious, I will double check and see if I've been eating too much sugar and try just skipping sugar for a day or two and see if that really helps. So how about you? Do you eat a lot of sugar? Do you have a lot of caffeine? Is there something you really rely on? Well, it's not that relying on so much as do you notice that it affects your mood, especially if you have anxiety? I would like to know about that. Coming up next week should be my final update on NaNoWriMo. Hopefully I will be done. I will win Nano. And I will be posting a link so that you guys can read that if you want. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like this video, share it with your friends. I'm always looking for ideas of things I could be doing. I was thinking about maybe doing a hot pepper challenge. My kids really want me to do that one. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next Friday.